No langas.
What's up? Welcome back. One second. Hello. Hello. Yes, brother.
Yes, sir. And in case you're catching us, you're doing such a great job. Luzzeandrewanderson is my name. And of course, when it goes for YouTube, that is L-E, Norekawa Kabanga, then A, that is La. Then space A, then that is luzzeandrewanderson, and you can always catch this. Our last video, of course, it was a press conference that happened yesterday. That was at a Sky. And of course, Pallaso said his story, and most of the people all around the world, it wasn't only in Uganda but also in South Africa, again for the people in Kenya and in Tanzania, in the US, Buliomo. I had never received such kind of phone calls, and of course, Queenie Yankube Mirundi nga Simanyi, everyone was asking what was really happening to him. But of course, we are happy to say that he's back in the country. Let's not forget, of course, he's first settled the other side, in the US. For quite a long period of time. He produced lots of music. By the time we had our name, of course, VJ Junior, VJ Junior, I like him so much. By the time he came here, he was just so popular. And this side, of course, I'm having another gentleman. Malinga, what's up? How are you doing? You know, now people are getting so sick. So now this is the thing. Of course, Pallaso is the main issue, but of course he's having his good friend all the way from the other side. So he's going to be telling us the story. Now, for starters, I can say anything immediately. So for the Ugandans and for people in the diaspora who are watching through, wow, Pallaso, welcome back to Uganda. Simple intro.
Yes. Ndikuwachi gwe ampo bukumi hampisa mbitomi egwe sabalwanyi sirivawoli gwe yawandiko lutambi lobulamu bwange byonna gwagera. Thank you.
That's a beautiful one. Let's do the same this side, just a little bit of it, and a simple introduction coming in from you exactly.
Okay, Africa, 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 Africa. Ooh. Yeah.
Pallaso, super introduction just about him.
This is Pallaso from Uganda, Saka Free Boss, back home with my big brother, the legendary Dr. Malinga from South Africa, and I'm so humbled that he came and made sure they bring me back home safe. And he also here with me because we have a project together called Africa Show Me Love, where we decided to unite as brothers from Africa, because we Africans first before anything. Before we South African, before we Ugandan, we Africans. So this brother of mine is helping me join voices together to talk to his people as I talk to my people, as we talk to the rest of Africa, to love one another and preach nothing but love.
Wow. So, you know, most of the people, you being like, he's a very big brand here in Uganda, a very big one. And you saw the press conference, like all media groups were there. But why did you decide to be like, you know, let me make sure Pallaso is safe, and, you know, you made a travel with him here?
My name is Dr. Malinga from South Africa, Africa. You know, because of the good heart that I have, just said to me, let me accompany him. I have businesses to run at home, but guess what? He's one of my businesses. If someone good like him got attacked, that makes it my business. So that's why I came and said, my brother, I will take you home. Although I'm not carrying him now, do you understand? But I'm happy again that I'm not carrying him as a cop. So I'm just accompanying him at home. And also to see Uganda, the beautiful Uganda that I saw. And also we went to Kenya, and then we loved again in Kenya. So also me, I'm taught love. I'm like Uganda is teaching me love. The love that I have, it will be more to tell to the South Africans, and I will tell them that those people, they do not fight us. Why are we fighting them? Because of by fighting them, it's like we are fighting each other. It's like you are fighting yourself. Why are you fighting black on black? Why are you fighting an African on an African? Do you think you are better than them? No. Not everyone is better than God. God created us so that we can love each other and cherish each other. Yes.
You know, the fact that you're here, he's a big brand. You're the main issue why I'm here. But again, I'm getting a little bit confused because now you're supposed to be taking over. I have to be with him. And again, you're supposed to be here. Kati, that story, for the people, like briefly, what really exactly happened? I looked at your Facebook, and when you went live, it was so crazy. It is something, you know, I love it that Ugandans got concerned, even people out of Uganda, Africa, and then for the people in the diaspora, but for the people, but you can tell them the true story, and then you can talk to them, because it can also happen to their own people. And of course, for the people who have been there for you, like the doctor, you know, Nomani, Nainga, Chirimu, Norman, bless ya.
First of all, I want to thank Philip Ganja, I want to thank Norman Ganja, Hajat Zaitun, Adam Dumba, Chameleon, Manager Kama Ivan, Salongo Siraje, Yvonne Chaka Chaka. And then I want to send special thanks to my big brother, my legendary brother, Dr. Malinga, for loving me this much. You know, like he told you, I would have been coming back in a coffin, you know, and I beg all Ugandans to show him as much love as we can, just like he said. He is our voice there, and his people love him and respect him a lot, and they'll be there to see he came back with no wounds. He came back a happy man, and he came back loved. You know, that's very special. I want to thank Mr. Tomani as well for being in between this project and introducing me to Dr. Malinga. But about the story of what really happened to me, like I said it at the press conference, you know, I hate going back to it because it's not a very good story to tell, but really what happened is we came from a video shoot. I stopped in Tanfontaine, and I believe through the news, as they said, a Nigerian had murdered one of their own children, and they became angry towards foreigners, and they had a campaign that they would kill or hurt every foreigner they saw there. And I happened to stumble into what was going on, you know, and I almost lost my life. So many things happened. I can't tell you who beat me or what they used, but before it started, I saw sticks, I saw stones, I saw a child with a machete, and it was the whole community that attacked me. I ran for my life. I ran to a high school garage where finally I came and got help. That's where I went live in the high school garage. Thank you to all my Ugandans and all the South Africans and all the Ugandans in South Africa and around the world for praying for me, for standing with me, and for all the support they showed. And yeah, you know, I decided, so many things have been said, like you said, but I am not here to defend anybody's opinion or fight it. It's very human for anybody to have their personal opinion. And I am just here to tell you my story and use my positive energy towards changing the world. Maybe I might not be the person that stops xenophobia, because xenophobia is not only in South Africa. It happens in South Sudan, Ugandans and South Sudanese people. It happens in Uganda, Ugandans and South Sudanese people. It happens in so many other cases. I'm just fortunate I'm alive, you know, and I'm lucky to have survived, and I'm still here to tell my story. That's the important part. So let's use that, to use it as a learning platform to start spreading love towards one another, first as Africans, before we worry about where this African is from. Like my brother said, Africa had no borders. These borders are bothering us. If we can teach how to love, if we can teach how to hate, we can teach how to love. Darkness can't take out darkness, only light, and we all Africans. That's the main goal. And I'm calling upon anybody that if you feel like you want to show any support towards this movement, start with your next African brother next to you, whether he's from Sudan, whether he's from Somalia, whether he's from South Africa. Let's start right there. Let's start changing the world one step at a time. And as me and my brother Dr. Malinga also will be moving around with the same gospel of love to one another as we all human beings. And yes, we also have a song behind the campaign, Africa Show Me Love.
Is it already on YouTube?
It's actually going live in the next 20 minutes.
20 minutes, yes. Going live. Which social handles should they follow so that they can also be following up?
Mr. Tomani and ourselves have opened up a YouTube channel towards the campaign. Right now I don't remember the name of the YouTube channel, but if you search for Pallaso and Dr. Malinga in the next 20 minutes, you definitely will find it.
Of course, but then the one, you know, with Señorita, of course, she's the one on camera, and then she was like, man, these wounds are so fresh. So for the people who are like, you know, it's because he's going to be coming up with the video, but when Nalabia Mukonogwe, if you see here, you cannot do this harm to yourself, and then you cannot do this. These are just the visible one, just Katwanino, but we cannot see the rest of it. But now, this side, I'm now wondering where you adopted that good heart, you know, because now this happened, you know, that side. Yeah. So, what is it that you'd love to tell Ugandans, you know, just those who are watching in the South Africans and, you know, the people globally, you know, when it comes to, you know, blacks fighting blacks?
Yes, I believe this good heart, if I can say it's good, the good heart that I have is, I was taught by my grandmother. You know, I was taught by my grandmother. He didn't say, I'm teaching you now, listen. No, she just did good. And guess what, I just followed her footsteps. So, and then that is becoming good. So he also teach me the gospel. So, and then me telling Uganda that, don't change cause of South Africa. Kenya, don't change cause of South Africa. Don't change cause of Nigeria. Let's learn, let's promote the self-love, because of there's no need to fighting each other. Like I just said now, I'm telling because of, like Pallaso said, he said this thing is happening everywhere in the continent, in Africa. So I'm not only telling South Africans. It was brave for me to come here again, because one will say, no, let's just beat Malinga then. Yes. Let's just beat Dr. Malinga. So, but guess what? They are not doing what they did in South Africa. They preaching love. They showed Dr. Malinga love. And guess what? I never saw anyone looking at me like, your people did this to our person, so we want to do it to you. No, I never felt that. What I felt is pure love. Do you understand? Yeah. It's pure love because they can see I'm an African. Maybe if maybe I'm lighter, it's because of the sun. You know, the sun is the main issue. The sun is the main issue. Will make you darker. Will make you. I want a yellow bone again. So
Pallaso, when it comes to his songs, which one do you like? Because I like his voice. I love. The
Via Orlando.
Now I want to get that voice, your voice, like in that.
Please help me, lady. I'm feeling dizzy. Oh, bring me something to help me through the day. Everything's spinning around, round and round and round. Bring some more. Leave me, Hivaya Orlando. Hivaya Orlando. Hey, Hivaya Turu.
So who brought the suggestion of you guys coming up with a project?
What happened is when the news spread out, I really had no help. I was left out on the streets. All my money was robbed, and a family took me in, which was Philip Ganja. And then Mr. Tomani called me. He had gotten my number from a certain friend. So he called me and he introduced himself to me. And he was very concerned. He came and he was very concerned about my medication. He was very concerned on how I was
How
going.
did you feel that first time you see him and then he has come and he's there?
You know, he's from South Africa. So at first when I saw him, in my mind I was like, all these South Africans don't want us. Like, you know, even talking to him on the phone, I probably gave him a mean attitude the first time. I didn't know why he was calling me, why, you know, then when he came, his loving heart, his the parental side of him, the brotherly side of him, I really felt he was there as a concerned South African, which was very strange. So he picked me up and we talked a bit, and then he told me about Dr. Malinga, and I was so excited because, you know, he's a legend, and it's very, very not common to just go to South Africa and meet any legend. So he took me to Dr. Malinga, and before we even talked about the song, Dr. Malinga took me down to the countryside where he grew up, his mother's house. We went and ate together with the community. We went to Linga's resort, a place he created in his community, big place where people go and relax and have fun. You know, so I managed to integrate with a few South Africans, and I actually came to find, wow, it's just a few people that have that mindset. Most of these people are actually very good people. Then we went to studio. So in the long run, me recording the song, it helped me get a mindset of, because first I was furious, you know, then my heart settled down. And then Mr. Tomani started talking me into forgiveness. You need to forgive them from your heart, because if you're going to start teaching love and telling them to stop, you can't do it when you have any hate words behind it. You know, you have to forgive them from your heart. Forgive everybody. Then we start teaching love, because even the people that did to you are Africans.
How do you think you would pay him back? What do you think? If you could imagine it, like, if I could, I would do this for him.
I know Dr. Malinga is a musician.
What would you do for him? Because this guy, by the way, he's having everything, yeah? He has it all. Yeah. So imagine Pallaso Liao, and you're like, I would do for this guy this if I would do anything.
First of all, he gave me this beautiful T-shirt that I'm wearing.
Buy 1 million of this.
Yeah, no, but guess what? When you are given, that is love. Do you understand? So I was given this wonderful T-shirt, yes.
So yes, and actually that came from my brother Fling Fire. He heard I was coming back, and I told him I was coming back with Dr. Malinga, and he had to mail them express so I could get it and he could get his.
Basically customized.
Yes, they're made only two in a special way. You won't see it anywhere else.
Yes.
They unlike all the other designs. But Dr. Malinga, obviously, there is no way I can pay him back for the love. The only way I can pay him back is making sure Uganda becomes his second home. Yeah. You know, he has to go back to South Africa and miss Uganda from the love. You know, that's the only, because he has showed me nothing but love. The other way is Dr. Malinga is a legend who loves music, who has made hit songs.
Now you have two doctors so far in a family.
Yes, hold on. Who has made hit songs, who has traveled the world, and I know he loves music. You know, us musicians, nobody pays you to start singing, and nobody will ever pay you to stop singing, you know. So all I can do is keep him around as my friend, do great music with him, sing for the world, because that's what we do.
So now, let's talk about the projects, now, before we can go there. Ababantu abali negative, you know, abagamba, you know, your stunt, you know, because it's, you know, your family, it's, you know, when it comes to music, it's #1. So what is it that you'd love to tell our bachali, obabulida amazima bagame man? You know, what you want to tell them? Just be real. You obagame.
For everybody that was negative, it's okay. Like I told you, everybody is entitled to an opinion. But maybe this campaign can then teach them how to be better people and greater people to our society. Of course, they don't know how much pain they caused to me and my family, most importantly, my mother, because my kids are very young to understand. And my kids actually don't know I got attacked. I told their mother not to mention that to them. But my mother was very devastated. You know, she already has a son that got murdered, and I was second in line. Me, I personally forgive them all. From the bottom of my heart. In fact, I never knew how strong I am until I had to forgive them. You know, not because they apologized, they don't have to, but the best way for them to apologize is show their next door neighbor love, and more love, and more love, and more love.
Akomelerwe, a simple one, already this one is going to be playing, but just a simple couple before we can come to Dr. Elizabeth.
Sure. Bwaba yechanga Akomelerwe baby oli mwechama gwe kola mateka gagobererwe. Yeah man, Akomelerwe.
So when it Akomelerwe, you cannot pronounce that.
Akomelerwe is forgive them. It's like
Akomelerwe, like they should be crucified. Yeah, they should be crucified.
Yeah. Oh, Akomelerwe.
When it comes to social media for the people,
Yes.
and now for the Ugandans, because now he has introduced you to the community.
Yes.
There are those, of course, who've been following you, but now from South Africa to Uganda now connect,
Yes.
and now they want to follow you for your music,
Yes.
Instagram, Twitter. How can they do that? And some of the tracks they're not supposed to be forgetting to look out for.
Okay, my real name is Doctor, so my surname is Malinga. So everywhere is Dr. Malinga, Dr. Malinga. Yeah, just abbreviated Dr. Malinga on Instagram, Dr. Malinga, Facebook, Dr. Malinga on Twitter. Everywhere, Dr. Malinga.
Yes. One of the songs they should not forget to look out for.
Africa Show Me Love. And again, like you were saying, because of we are strong, but we are not strong enough without our people. So what they can do is that we'll be having merchandises, like T-shirts that will make us travel everywhere where we can, like Africa Show Me Love. That is the least that you can do. Maybe every Friday you wear that T-shirt and then just shirt or whatever written Africa Show Me Love. You just go everywhere. When they ask you, are you okay? We just say Africa Show Me Love. That is the new greeting, yes.
There is
Who even knows, we might have, if we can push our community well enough, we might have a day, I think I'm suggesting, we might have a day that is special, maybe even once a year for Africans to show each other more love.
Ugandan Parliament.
Yes, the Ugandan Parliament
Rebecca Kadaga.
and the South African Parliament, because we have two artists from both countries. We please beg you, if we as blacks can have a day, we as Africans, to just love each other, for people to just show love the whole day. That will be very great, Mrs. Rebecca Kadaga, my mother. Please, let us have a day where maybe it's called Africa Show Me Love Day. And you show love to your neighbor, you show love to whoever it is, from Sudan, from Morocco, from Somalia, from Nigeria, from South Africa, from Egypt, Tanzania, East, West, home is best. Let's show each other love. Just a suggestion.
I'm now going to wind up, but of course, Kadiri Wemika from in 20 minutes.
Yes, mu 20 minutes. Mugenda kuba mukalaba Pallaso, Dr. Malinga. In Johannesburg there is a place I'll never forget. Fontaine is a place that I will never forget. Memories will never fade, it's just like yesterday. When my own people almost took my life away.
By the way, I want to thank this guy. Let me first by thanking you.
Yes.
Of course, when you have everything in life,
Yeah.
sometimes you don't give time to other people. He's a very big star. He has done it all. So the mere fact that he can still be humble, I've wronged him at one point. Yeah. I said some stuff on TV,
Oh, yes.
and and then he got annoyed. But the mere fact that he forgave me.
Thank you.
Wallahi, nice doing
Yeah,
business.
man. Yeah, man. I love you, Anderson.
I did something, but now the fact that he's here. But man, Doctor, thank you very much for coming up. Uganda is going to show you love. He's going to move. Have you moved him to some clubs?
I don't know. We're still trying to do the job. He's leaving on Friday, but maybe tonight or tomorrow. Who knows?
Tonight.
You're going to see.
Tonight,
You're
not
going
tomorrow.
to see how Ugandans are going
Yes,
to show you
I
love.
heard about the Tutsi. Hey, the Tutsi. And Mulongo, what were they?
You're going to be surprised.
Yes.
You're not going to see in the world. You can do
Yeah.
the Googling.
Yes.
When it comes to having fun,
Yeah.
they are having LA in Africa.
Yeah.
Boss.
Nice one.
Party
Yeah.
and love. Ugandans. they are
Guess
very
what?
good.
We are ready now. And again, like we were also talking, but it's not final yet.
Yeah.
It's not final yet, but there's in South Africa there's the dome.
Yeah.
There's that wall that you filled up.
Yes.
Baby the name. 25,000 people, that one. Yeah, so Yeah, and then we're still planning, everyone who comes in, we're still planning to do maybe a festival there. Yeah, just to welcome Pallaso back alive, because he should have been dead maybe. You understand? So we are planning, and then we are wishing for Africa, for Uganda to also support Pallaso on that show that we are planning. Yes. We're still planning. It's not yet out, but we are planning so to fill up that place, and then everyone who comes in, we are asking them to wear what? There'll be merchandise that will be selling outside. Africa, show me love. Simple as that, and then we'll just... Wow. Yes, sir.
That is so beautiful. But of course, oma AK walitomanyi chineno naye bampitako kolumu Team No Sleep. Last interview ya AK, I posted it. Now it is everywhere. It was the last interview he did. After a week, then what happened, and I'm so happy that you're still here. Thank you very much for giving me the time. Thank you very much. Hey, by the way, do you know now I'm hanging out with the best two guys. Like big guy. In Jesus' name, I'm also going to be a big guy. Like
you're a big guy already. Us, like me, I'm your #1 fan, and we all believe in you, Anderson, man.
Thanks
for the good job. No problem, brother.
Señorita on the camera, let's just show you this. Then after I'll be getting back, you're not supposed to miss it out. And of course, in 20 minutes, of course, the show will not be yet done. So you're going to also be watching it live. 2 of them, brand new ones. Let's just go in for this. Then after I'll be getting back.